UFC 317, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira takes place this weekend, and I'm going to be breaking down the main event, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. So let's get into this. Topuria comes in at a pretty hefty favorite, 420, minus 420, sorry, and Oliveira comes in at a, pretty moderate underdog at a plus 320. Oliveira's got the advantages in both height and reach, 3 inches in height, 5 inches in reach, and obviously the bigger frame. However, I think the big deciding factor is, in this fight, what version of Oliveira are we going to get? Are we going to get the Chaos Oliveira that we saw against, Gaethje, Poirier, Arman? Or are we getting Calm Oliveira that we saw against Chandler, the most recent version of Oliveira? Because if we see the calm version of Oliveira, he's going to be patient. He's going to be looking for control off the back, off the mount. He's not really going to be jumping on submissions as much. He's not going to be pulling the guillotine in round number 1. He's not going to be, he's not going to be looking for exchanges on the feet, whereas we get, chaotic Oliveira jumping on submissions, looking to trade on the feet, trying to finish the fight at every moment. And I feel like, we'll get into that in a second. I feel like, I know he's the best submission artist in the UFC, but if he's more calm when he's in there and he has more of a calm fight style, it's not really that big of an asset to him because he's not going to be jumping on those submissions or trying to crank on the neck too much. However, if we are talking about, so obviously so it's what version of Oliveira we get is probably the biggest deciding factor in this fight. Another thing is his chin, because his chin's always been questionable throughout his career. He got dropped by Poirier, he got dropped by Gaethje, got dropped by Makhachev, got dropped by Chandler in the first fight and the second fight. He gets dropped in every single fight that he goes, okay? He's going up against a guy like Ilia Topuria who has incredible power inside his hands. It could be a problem for him, and I can see him getting pieced up and maybe dropped inside round number 1. He does have good recovery, but I can see him getting dropped inside round number 1. Ilia Topuria, obviously, he knocked out Max Holloway, guy who's got the best chin in the UFC, almost unanimously agreed upon. And obviously, we can argue Vettori, Chito Vera, but I think Max Holloway is up there, top 3 chins in the history of the sport. Ilia Topuria cracked him and put him out cold. You know what I mean? So I don't know how Charles Oliveira's chin's going to hold up, especially with Ilia Topuria lightweight. He's now heavier, he's thicker. If he swings that right hand to Charles Oliveira's chin, he might just go out cold straight away. You know what I'm saying? However, Oliveira is the best submission artist in the UFC. I mean, Topuria can knock him down, jump into his guard, and then get triangle choked out cold. So, I don't know. But once again, it does depend on what version we get. Calm Oliveira isn't going to be looking for as many submissions, so his submission threat is going to be slightly, not really working for him as well. But he's the best submission artist in the UFC. Now, with Ilia Topuria, he's obviously got incredible power. He's also good everywhere. He doesn't have a weakness in this game. Now, obviously, we can say slight weakness to head kicks. He got caught once by a head kick by Jai Herbert, so now his biggest weakness are head kicks because we've never seen him caught anywhere else. You know what I mean? So he has a boxing heavy stance, so maybe you could argue leg kicks, but Ilia Topuria, he's good everywhere. I don't see Charles Oliveira catching him with a submission. I don't see, obviously it can happen, he can get caught in a triangle choke after dropping him. But in terms of this fight, I can see Topuria hitting, slipping a jab from Charles Oliveira, overhand right, and just dropping him to the floor, following him down with hammer fists, and finishing from side back position. So that's how I see this fight going. I think round number 1 is going to be pretty close. I think Oliveira's going to get dropped maybe once or twice. And I can see Ilia Topuria putting him out inside round number 2 with a knockout below. And then obviously finishing from side back position or even side control. So let me know what you think of my prediction.